wherever you are, whatever year it is, whatever time of day it is. Welcome to Dom's Sketchcast, episode 24. I'm pissed. I'm very angry right now. Very angry, emotional, upset. And this is why. I just recorded 15 super heartfelt minutes of this podcast where I just spilled my fucking guts. And for you video listeners, for you video watchers, people, can you listen to a video? For you video watchers, you can see me behind, right? That's me explaining to you all my guts, spilling my soul to you. I spill my soul and my heart, right? Really intensely. Behind that, you'll see a video of making of the painting. A new series I started, which I'll chat with you a little bit about once we get into this thing, once I get things rolling again. But it's fine. You know, one of the things I talked about in my angry, very passionate way was I was talking about setbacks. And I've been thinking about setbacks this week. I've been thinking about setbacks and triumphs. So I'm going to tell you again what I told you before, because no one can fucking stop me, all right? The audio failed. I've been experiencing fear, and it's a different kind of fear. I think I have a fear of failure as a creative person, but worse than that, perhaps, I think I have a fear of success, and that is the thing that I want to chat about today. When I say fear of success, what I'm talking about is I'm talking about a fear that everything's going to go right. Like, what if everything is way better than you think it is? What if once you start really working and applying yourself, people do start giving you shine. People do start giving you more love, and you start getting more money in your bank account, and you can start supporting yourself off of your dreams. Just by putting yourself out there a little more, just by working a little bit harder the way you know you should have been. Like every time you go out and play The Witcher or just watch some dumb TV show that you really don't give a fuck about and you should have been working instead, what if you just sacrificed a little bit more every day, and that's all that it fucking took for you to just start realizing your dreams? That is what's scary to me right now, and that's what I'm running towards. Even now, me talking to you in this format with a different way, being open to changing things, because you know I'm an artist, I'm a creative person, and things have to change for me. That's one of the things I promise you, is that this show will change. Every episode of every video I make is gonna be different. Some weird shit's gonna be happening, because that's how I do it. And that's my fear. That's one of my fears, is that one day I'm gonna stand up and look out of a condo in Manhattan that I was able to buy by supporting myself and my art and my opinions and my word and my appearances and teaching and talking. I'm going to be standing in an apartment that's amazing. I'm going to be looking out at the city, and I'm going to think to myself, holy shit, I did it. I pulled it off. And perhaps I'm there already. Perhaps I'm already there, and this is just a dream. I am just the dream self of my future self. That don't make a lick of fucking sense, Dom. I don't give a fuck. I don't give an F. Makes sense to me. And maybe to some of you it makes sense as well. I'm curious about your fears. What are you scared about this week? What are you usually scared of? What is holding you back from making your work? What's holding you back from just putting the shit out there, just putting the music out there? What makes you not want to do things? Is it someone in your life that's telling you that you're not good enough, or someone who historically maybe didn't give you enough attention? I know it sounds like someone's like, oh, that's bitch shit, but it's not. It's real. It's very real. You know, like growing up, I didn't get any level of attention beyond just, oh, Dominique fait des signes. Dominique fait, Dominique. Like, that's pretty much it. For all of my art, writing, creativity, all that, that's all I got. And I think a part of me is, as an adult, just desperately seeking some approval or attention for stuff that I've been doing for so long, but it never really happens. It doesn't really happen the way you think it's going to. Well, the kind of attention that I love now is the attention that comes along with someone telling me that I made them want to do something, or I made them feel like they were somehow less alone in their weird thoughts or wanting to put things out. That's the kind of stuff I'm seeking right now. Right now, there are 3 me's on the screen. It's kind of weird, right? Whoa. 3 me's. Actually, 4 me's on the screen, but 3 in a row. My disjointed thoughts, that's what you're consuming right now. But I want to know what your fears are in terms of success, what your fears are in terms of failure, because I have many of both. To me, I think the only way you can fail, the only way to fail at this shit of creativity is to not be honest, is to not create. That means stuff just stays in your head and you don't put it out. And telling someone your idea doesn't count. I mean, just putting it to paper, sending it on the internet, and just putting it out. That's a way of failing if you don't do that. Another way of failing is to do other people's work. And when I say other people's work, what I mean is if I tried to make a Neil Gaiman story, if I tried to make a Jordan Peele story, you know, if I tried to do that stuff, I would only be able to do something that's probably at best as half as good as they could do it. So what's the point, right? What's the point of trying to do everybody else's shit? You can be inspired by them for sure, because that's how we are. I mean, we're social animals, and we draw energy and inspiration from all around us. We draw from the people who inspire us. But at the end of the day, I mean, you got to tell your story the way only you can tell it. Shout out to Neil Gaiman. And involved in telling your story the way only you can tell it it's fear, right? It's the fear of people aren't going to get you, because it's, to me, by definition, that means you're doing stuff that people have not seen before. That means you're going for it and doing the thing that's just, it doesn't make sense, and people are going to think you're weird. And if it's worth anything, it's going to be kind of alienating. It's going to polarize audiences, and people will feel one way about it or another. Hopefully they're not indifferent. I think indifference is a pretty bad thing. And I think I've been chugging on an indifferent smoothie for a really long time, even on this channel. But I show up and I make things and I talk, and to me that's a basic level of success. The next level of success I want to achieve has to do with me leaving my day job again and having a better knowledge of leaving my day job with a better knowledge of what it takes to keep my head afloat next time, in terms of bills, taxes, keeping clients, selling my own shit and keeping my head afloat, using just my own stuff out of my brain, making sure things are profitable. And this is all shit that I don't want to think about. And I'm sure that you all don't want to think about it, because a lot of you are creatives. So you don't want to be bogged down with having to wonder, well, what about my tax return and all that shit? But it's real, and that's the shit you're going to have to deal with. And that is like the day job of the art world. That's the stuff that you're going to have to, it's just a trade-off. I was definitely naive when I was, 2 years ago when I left my day job. I think it might have been 3 years at this point. I was naive in thinking that things were just going to kind of be rainbows, and I would just be able to draw, have a couple good gigs, do my taxes, and that will be it. And it's not that. It's a lot of marketing, it's networking, it's keeping everyone informed, it's newsletters, it's all that stuff that you see all about, SEO, all that shit, social media. It's all tied into the game now. Unless you're some kind of James Jean savant, some like Kim Jong-gi type shit, where you're just like drawing all the X-Men from memory with your fucking eyes closed and your dick hanging out. That last part was a joke. Kim Jong-il doesn't draw with his dick hanging out. Okay. And even those people, Murakami, even though he has a bunch of people on his staff helping him make a bunch of shit, your most favorite artist is struggling with stuff. And that's one of the things I brought up in this recent video that failed, that's behind me right now, is that in a way you should be seeking discomfort as an artist. You shouldn't be seeking to be completely comfortable. When I'm in that apartment in the future in Manhattan and I'm looking out and I'm thinking back to this moment, I will have a few moments of bliss. I think I'll have some moments where I can pat myself on the back and say, yeah, you made it. The same way right now I'm doing stuff that, I mean, my 13-year-old self would probably be like, what the fuck? Look at this right behind me. Portrait of the Dead King. I'm making a portrait that you can buy right now in my shop. I'm selling my artwork. I've done work for a bunch of cool outlets. I get to collaborate with a lot of awesome people, but I still want more. I still want a lot more. And I think it's human nature. And I don't think that's not me being ungrateful, although I can and should practice gratitude a lot more. I am driven to get more in order to be able to create more and help other people create more. I know I can't be completely satisfied with where I'm at ever, because that's just not how I'm built. And I think that's some immigrant stuff. That's some deep childhood stuff of just wanting recognition for being creative. And I think every creative person probably has a chip on their shoulder in a way, because unless your parents were just rubbing your back and telling you every day that your stuff was the shit and that you were great, which that is not me at all. Okay, that's not me. It's also the world. Like, the world tells you that art isn't worth anything. It tells you if you dance, if you write, if you paint, they just tell you that it's a cool hobby, but you can't make a living from it. And they want you to be a doctor and engineer and all that stuff. When I think storytellers and I think artists are more important. And I'm not ashamed in saying that and taking that stance, because I mean that's what I am. And I think we benefit so deeply from this thing that artists are getting stiffed every day. I've been stiffed by so many clients, and I've had opportunities fall through the cracks because I wasn't valued. And maybe it's also because, I mean, if I'm placing blame, I can blame myself for also not valuing my work enough to even have a good website to just say, hey, here's where you can buy these things. domrabron.com/shop. Here's where you can buy my shit. Because I think for a long time, I mean, like before today, it's always been difficult to get my shit, and that's something that I'm changing. So this week, I've been upset, I've been frustrated, I've been excited about so much stuff that's going on. And right now, you can go on domrabron.com, which is going to be the hub for all my content. You'll see videos on there, you'll see what I'm up to, you can look at my IG, and you can buy stuff, which is the most important part for me right now. Because it's going to help me. It's going to help support me, just like the people on patreon.com/valet support me. Go to domrabron.com/shop, and you can buy a print of The Dead King. And don't forget to also check out the Making of the Dead King, making of a painting series that I just started recently. And that's a new thing that I'm trying out to basically show you guys how I go from zero to finished on a painting. I want you all to see how is the sauce made. I want you all to feel a connection to these paintings. If you feel a connection to me, the stuff I'm telling you every week, if I ever entertained you, if you're laughing, if you're crying while you're watching this, I don't know what value I provide to you. I hope I'm providing some value for you. Even if it's just me filling up time, I'm grateful to you for you sitting here listening to me talk every week. I'm grateful to the Blue Cerberus team, the Blue Cerberus crew that I'm a part of. And speaking of Blue Cerberus crew, I'm going to end this by showing you a little collaboration with two special people, two special artists. One of them is Maxxi, a brother from PG County, where I grew up. This kid is graduating from high school, and I'm proud of him, and he makes excellent, amazing work. And don't forget to check out his YouTube channel, Here Maxxi did the visuals. Partially. I added some of the other visuals. And Justin Wabs, legendary Justin Wabs. Beautiful, amazing music maker. You all have probably heard his stuff if you've been watching my shit for any amount of time. Justin Wabs did the audio. Beautiful, ethereal, lovely. Check this out. And when we get back, I'm going to tie this up in a nice little bow and usher you into the dreaming, aka everywhere that is not this video. Best wishes to Maxxi wherever he ends up going. If he goes to art school, if he decides not to go to art school, if he decides to become a fucking supervillain kingpin, I'll support him. All right, you support the DSC crew. All right, you support everybody. You support everybody on the team. Okay. I want to thank you all for watching me blab. I want to know what's on your mind. Don't forget, hit up ask@domrabrun.com anytime. Let me know what's happening, what you want to see more of on the show. Let me know what's going on in your world. And let me know if you want me to share it. You can also let me know if you just want to talk and not share. That's fine as well. Next week, we'll have a very special episode where we're going to be drawing more cards. The cards you've been seeing in the background where I've been altering things and whatnot. You'll see more cards. You'll see me talking more candidly about the stuff I care about, the stuff you give a shit about. So let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you care about. And support me. Help support this shit if you fuck with me. Patreon.com/valet. Don't forget. DomRabrun.com/shop. Buy a fucking print because they're limited edition. Buy a shirt as well. That's all I got to say. See you next time, motherfucker.